Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing in the chat, and how's everybody doing around the country? Joe from Mania here with your morning coffee, bagels, pancakes, French toast, whatever you like. But make sure you have the brew. So before I do anything else, I've got to salute to my family. Saluda at tutte quante. And what that means in Italian is I salute each and every one of you. Here's to you guys, first of all. Oh, that Lavazza is so good, guys. You got to get Lavazza. Get it as beans, get it as your Keurig. It is the best coffee in the morning. I would put that up against everybody, just like I would put the Yankees up against everybody. So this is a joyous weekend, everyone. First of all, press the like button, subscribe to New York Yankee Mania. Don't forget now. Also, do the everything notifications. Today will be throughout the day. We will have updates on everything leading up to the play-by-play on Ken, the Ugly Truths. Go on there. He has a cool promotional of the game tonight. He has our show and his show combined. We're going to do the play-by-play together, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And remember, Sunday night is going to be right here on NY Yankee Mania. So there's a lot to look forward to. Don't forget, on Sunday, we're going to do the pregame, I would say, let's make it 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Going to wait for everybody to get into the chat, and then we're going to do our giveaway. You asked me, remember, we were going to do it last week. I don't forget. We're going to do it this week, and it's going to be the $25 giveaway. And I believe I'll make it as easy as possible, especially if you have Venmo or Zelle or Apple Pay. And you win the contest by, number one, subscribing and being in the chat. The first one, I go down the list. To be very fair, I give you 30 seconds for the answer. You don't have it, I go to the next one. But I'm going to change the questions a few times because I don't want you to go and do the research and cheat. I know you would be honest, and I want you to be honest because it'll be easier that way. So don't forget, 7 o'clock, and we will do the I'm sorry, wait a minute. The game is at 7. Whoa. Joe, wake up here. Let me slap myself. No, we'll come on at 6 o'clock. And around 6:30, we will do the $25. Then I will take, matter of fact, if a lot of you would be so kind and go to joeyankees28@gmail.com sometime this weekend before Sunday and leave me the information. If I have your phone number already, you don't have to do it again. But if I don't have your phone number and an easy contact, a way to get to you, it'll make my life so much easier, and you'll get your prize right away. So it's very, very important. Please, joeyankees28@gmail.com. It'll make the life easier. And if you win on Sunday, you'll get it in an instant. I mean, like that. So please do that, and I would really appreciate it. Also, waiting in the wings, we do have CT cards, and I'm going to bring him up. He's got his bullet points for the week. That it's pretty good. He's done a lot of research. I appreciate that. In the chat, just a fast shout out to Jonathan. FG is in the house. Of course, CT cards. Jason Castillo. In my text, you have Jeff, you have John. There's the same cast of characters. You have Bob Rizzo. How you doing, Bob? Thank you so much for being there every single day. You don't know, you have no idea how much that means to us, and I really, really appreciate it. And of course, the gang over at Richmond Valley Pharmacy. the same thing. They're on every day, and I really, really appreciate it. And before I go on, everyone, hey, Yankee Mania fans, Joseph Bayani of Remax Elite at 917-273-7269 is an agent for over 30 years. 30 years. One of the nicest guys in the business. If you're looking to sell your house, please call Joseph at 917-273-7269, 917-273-7269. When you call Joseph, please tell him you were sent by Yankee Mania in the AM, and he will definitely take care of you, answer any questions, and you'll be glad you did. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you live in New Jersey, if you live by Yankee Stadium, or if you live in Florida. He will take care of you. He will guide you in the right direction. He's an incredible person. So definitely give a shout out to Joseph. And so I wanted to get that out of the way. Ken, good morning. How you doing? So that's where we're at, everyone. The big weekend tonight, and looking forward to Ken doing the play-by-play on the Ugly Truth. If Ken would let us know, if he's going to be on during the afternoon with anything, I would love that to know so that I can promote it. We have a couple of guys in the wings, so I'm going to first bring in CT Cards, who's been waiting, and then we have another co-host guest who's going to talk about being live at the Somerset game yesterday. So first off, good morning, CT, and thank you for joining, and go with your spiel. It's all yours.
Well, I hope everyone in the chat's doing good. Thank you for coming. And the one thing I wanted to mention is if you're watching the show on X or on Twitter, make sure you come on to YouTube and click that like button and subscribe. It'll help boost the channel out. Well, for one of my first things that I mentioned last night, but I wanted to mention today, and I see Ken's in the chat, so hopefully Ken will hear this, is, who do you feel stepped up and should continue to be our leadoff hitter, especially against the Dodgers? I like having Goldie as the leadoff for the series, especially, and I've also liked having Goldie as the leadoff in general. What are your thoughts on that?
As I said yesterday, I believe Goldie should be the leadoff hitter. At first, I was against it, but I'm not against it anymore because a lot of the things that he does is unbelievable. Before you know it, there's a double, there's a single, there's a run, and that's very, very, very important. Go ahead.
And then Volpe, we still think he needs to bat lower in the lineup, especially in this upcoming series. But I did notice that Anthony Volpe has a .282 batting average with 11 hits, 7 RBIs, 4 runs scored in his last 10 games. Pretty good stat right there.
Yes, definitely. Before you go on, I want to give a shout out to the man driving in the car.
Nathan.
Mr. Nippon, how you doing? Good morning.
What's up, guys? How you doing? CT, what's up? Joe, how you guys doing?
We're doing pretty well. We're all getting
That's
excited.
those Knicks. How about those Knicks?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I told you that it was too easy to lose a lot of money. I'm sorry, gang. But, sometimes you got to think, there was no way they were going to blow all that money. I'm sorry. And now if you want to say, Joe, what are you saying? It's fixed? Say what you will. But that series is money, guys. It's money. So, I do see Indiana's going to win the next game. That unfortunately, I got to tell you. But I did tell you the Knicks were going to win that game, and in decisive fashion, because I thought Indiana really, really wants to win it in front of their home fans.
Yeah.
It's good the Knicks fans they're all excited, they're all happy, but unfortunately, I do think that this was it. This was their hurrah for the season. But next year, the Knicks will come back very, very strong, probably with another superstar player. and that will be a huge help for them to. We know they could take the Celtics now. So, but more importantly for the Yankee fans, you were at Somerset last night.
Yep.
I know CT still has some bullet points, but you know what, CT, I know you have another important bullet point, and then we'll get to Nippin's talk about Somerset. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't much, but just a couple of things. I thought something interesting about this team we have this year. Right now, we've won 7 straight series heading into the Dodgers series. We look a lot more comfortable at times, right? And our New York starters have a 2.25 ERA and every 6 innings pitched with 200 batting average, 29 walks and 138 Ks in the last 20 games, would lead the Major League Baseball since May 6th in those stats. I think that's pretty crazy. And my predicament is, well, what will it take to win this series? And who's in the bullpen tonight? And then
I think we have everybody in the bullpen tonight. I mean, everybody's going to be a little bit rested. We got the two-headed monster ready. And, I'm starting to feel really good with Mark Leiter Jr.
Yeah.
He is pitching like nobody's business right now. And he could actually, a team like the Philadelphia Phillies would salivate to get somebody like Jr. in there, because if you got Romano to close right now, that's horrifying. I mean, they got very lucky in that first game yesterday. So,
and Joe, one thing you wanted me to mention. Is this the first ever game where there will be 3 former MVPs on both teams tonight total?
Yeah, I mean that's incredible. Can you imagine all those MVPs in one game? So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But speaking of potential MVPs, Nippin was seeing 3 of them yesterday.
Yeah.
And tell me about it. Tell us about it. And wasn't it cool? Whoever saw it was live with us. Wasn't it cool that when you came on, the 3 stars hit back to back to back? I thought that was fabulous. Go get him, Nippin. Tell us all about it.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to second CT Card's comments. But please go on YouTube, subscribe and like this channel, and so it will help us, all 3 of us, and the rest of the chat with the support. So I appreciate you guys joining, and please subscribe and like this channel now, and then it will help with the support. But going to yesterday, so yesterday we covered the Somerset Patriots game yesterday, and obviously everybody knows it was a big night for the Yankee fans, and trying to seeing Jazz Chisholm there, and then seeing. And then, give me 1 second.
Whoop. Okay. Well, as he was saying, everyone, it was amazing to see. It was totally amazing to see that the 3 hitters all at once. And I saw 2 at bats of Chisholm. He's ready, CT.
Yeah.
Yes, I did send that to Jonathan already. No worries.
Okay.
But the bottom line is, hey, he looked really good. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he's not called up. Well, I don't think they're going to want him to go cross country and all of that. But rest assured, I believe he's going to be in the Yankee lineup come Yankee Stadium on Tuesday.
Third base.
Sorry about that. I had a phone call.
We just went over what you were saying. Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I had a phone call come in, but it's all right. So yesterday. So we had obviously Chad Chisholm's rehab assignment, and then Special Jones came back, and then you had George Lombard in the lineup too. So it was great to see all of them in action, and obviously there's a packed crowd last night for the rehab assignment. And let me start off with Special Jones. To see him back, it was great to see. He took great at bats. He looked pretty good at the plate, and obviously he changed his swing a little bit during the off season, but man, he looked good. He had a RBI single to bring in Jazz Chisholm in the game, and he looked good. Like I said, looked good all around. So I'm glad that he's back for Somerset. It's gonna be a big help for them in the lineup. So and then George Lombard, he looked pretty good yesterday at the bat. Obviously looked good on defense. And then you had Chaz Chisholm, obviously 2 for 2. He had with the double, single, and a walk, and he looked pretty good on the base pads. So,
was he swinging for the fences?
Huh?
Was he swinging for the fences?
Yeah, you're trying to. So we originally thought the second at bat was a home run, but they changed it. It was a double. So so he looked. So he had a double, single, and a walk. And like I said, he looked good on the base pass, running, and he sold third yesterday, so which is a good sign. So he checked all the boxes. So the plan for him is to play 2 to 3 more games there at Somerset before getting called up. So you'll see him at Somerset for the next 2-3 games most likely before getting called up.
I figured they're not going to fly him cross country. I would figure Tuesday he'll start at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, against Boston. Most likely.
One person you did not mention who could be could help out in the pitching staff. How about JT Brubaker?
Oh JT Brubaker. Sorry, he looked dominant yesterday. He kept his pitches look great. Off speed pitches look great, and he was on point. He didn't give up a run. He went I think he went 5 innings and then gave no runs, like 3 or 4 strikeouts and like a couple hits, and he looked great. And I think this guy right here, obviously he's on a rehab assignment too, but I think this guy right here could be a big impact for the Yankees pitching staff. So be on the lookout for him. So things are looking great for the Yankees when it comes to for the comeback players. And then like I said, the Yankee fans have to be patient because the farm system is still deep. I'm excited for these players like George Lombard, Spencer Jones, and then young players. So really looking forward to it. And like I said, Chad should be back by next week.
Hey, John the Beagle, how you doing, Stephen?
What's up, guys? What's up, everyone?
I want to give a shout out to Everyday Mets. Hey, Joe, Nathan, and CT. I stay up tonight for the Yanks Dodgers game. Remember, come to Ken the Ugly Truths channel, and instead of listening to what's going on on Apple, you can watch them, and you can also watch Ken and myself do the play-by-play. So by all means, if just go to the Ugly Truth and subscribe and listen, and you'll get both of us, and then come back to us on Sunday night, and you'll get the play-by-play from myself and from Ken and any other creators that might come on and say hello, and who knows, may want to do an inning, and we have some fun with it. Anything's better than the announcers. No disrespect to colleagues, but anything's better than the Apple. Fox is okay, but ESPN gets on our nerves, Yankee fans' nerves. Because what they do is they put a Yankee in the middle, and then you have two people that whenever they have a chance, they're going to rip the Yankees apart. We don't need to hear that. Now we have alternatives. You can watch that TV screen, and then you can watch and you can listen to us. And that's the best medicine for the New York Yankee fan. And I differ if anybody says I'm wrong. But that's the bottom line. And don't worry about the fact that it's seconds off here and there. So what? You totally enjoy the game that way. And the everyday Met fan, please tell your Met fans to come aboard. As you know, you've been here. We talk about the Mets. There's no dissing the Mets. The only difference that we do here is that when the Yankees play the Mets, we are Yankee fans. We're not going to deny it. But we are not here. I am not here. None of us in this panel will diss the Mets or will be allowed to diss the Mets because this is New York and it's a Yankee channel. No question about that. But we have respect. That's what Yankee fans are, respectful. And so we enjoy Met fans coming on. You guys want to vent about anything, we will listen. We will be there. We are there to help. And we're a family here. So thank you, Everyday Met. I hope that you subscribe, please. That would be very important. If you're watching us on X or even Facebook, just take a minute to come to YouTube and subscribe. The more you do that, the more content you'll have. And believe me, it just makes the product that much better. And of course, you are eligible for our giveaway on Sunday, which will probably happen around 6:30 on Sunday. You could win the $25, and you'll get that right away with Venmo and Zelle or Apple Pay, whatever you guys have. Otherwise, it will be sent to you in an Amazon card. So whatever you guys like is fine with me. Pennsylvania Transparency, how you doing? Good morning. Real Bill, how's everything? Remember, I have the lamp on. It'll be on tonight. We got to keep it going. Whatever that lamp is, magic. Whatever you did to it, it's doing its trick. I really appreciate that. PTP has tonight's game is going to be really good. Freed against Goslin tomorrow. Sunday games are going to be very tough. Yes, yeah. Totally agree with that.
And Nathan, not to change the subject, but Nathan, I keep hearing about F. Ross. Have you actually seen him in blood in person?
Yeah. So the couple last, not yesterday's game, but the last couple of games before when I was there, he did pitch. F. Ross, he looked good. He looked pretty good, and I think for him, I think he still needs a little bit more games to pitch. I mean, a little bit more rehab games before he gets called up. But so far, so good for him.
I feel like he's like a myth. He doesn't exist.
I know. No, but yeah, he's another one to look out for because everybody's asking about him too. So I mean, for he hasn't had a full season with the Yankees, so that's not. But he looked good so far in Somerset right now. So
good. Yeah, well, see, that was the problem with Efros last year.
I think he's the type of guy. I think he's the type of guy you won't see him until probably after the All-Star break.
Yeah,
probably. But last night on 161 show with the they seem to feel as a possibility of trading like an Ian Hamilton, Tim Hill. These are guys that if Efros comes back and JT Brubaker comes in, we could see them going for maybe international money, maybe a prospect. That would be a possibility too. And the Yankees building up that international money. You're just not going to give these guys away. No way. Now with the talent, they're definitely – these guys right now are better than what the Phillies have in their bullpen right now because they're strapped. Let's face it. If I were a Philly fan right now, I'd be very concerned. Very, very concerned with the team. No question in my mind. So they might go the Yankee way, and they may ask the Yankees, at the trade deadline or even before they start blowing games, because I don't trust Romano at all. Not one iota. You want to talk about torture? Watch this guy in the ninth inning the last couple of years. He's horrible.
I think the Phillies can be a team for Devin Williams. If the Yankees are interested in trading Devin Williams, I think the Phillies could be that interested team.
I think the Yankees would be crazy to trade him at this point. You got him for the full caboodle. Don't trade him. I mean, he catches fire, and the Phillies go all the way. Do you know how the Yankees and their fans are going to feel? I would not let him go. If he goes free agent. Give him a contract offer, so you get a draft pick or whatever. But no, that's one guy that's off limit. You got to really floor us. I know the guys were talking about Alec Bohm and a Bohm. I'm not sold. I'm not crazy about that guy. He strikes out an awful lot. The Yankees don't need another strikeout artist especially we're getting Giancarlo Stanton back, especially that we're getting Chaz Chisholm back. Do we want a lineup of strikeouts again? We've been there. We've done that. We don't want to do that anymore. And another guy that scares me too is Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon is, there's an Upalar and every. He's a strikeout machine. Check it out. He's not exactly, Greg Nettles there.
I think Suarez from Arizona should be the guy.
Yes. Yeah.
I think he is.
Arizona.
I think he's the perfect fit in the Yankee Stadium. And you saw what he did to us. He hit the grand slam, remember?
Yeah.
In that series?
Yeah, and look what he did in the game when he hit 4 home runs. But we're not expecting that. We want respectability at third base. You want a guy like a Gio Urshela, who unfortunately is aging, but he really wouldn't be a good fit. I know we were talking about Alex Rosario. He's okay, but he goes in those funks. Oh my God, he could be as good and he could be terrible. You want a steady player. I know, like Jason 161, he's always talking about Donovan. We're not the Yankees are not getting Donovan. That is out of the question. The Cardinals are in the race. They are not going to do that. If anything, they're going to add. They're not going to subtract unless they're flawed. And I think the Yankees should look at their closer in the offseason, especially if we lose a Williams, which is more than likely, because I think Weaver is staying a New York Yankee.
Yeah.
FG, how you doing? What are you willing to give up for Suarez? The D-backs will take them away.
I mean, you don't really need to give up that much. Probably like probably one top prospect. Actually, a couple prospects. Most likely, I don't know. I mean, for him, I don't know. The price shouldn't be that high. I don't think.
PTP says the Yanks would have to give up either Lombard or Jones.
No, I don't think you don't have to do that for him.
No. Or maybe Jesus Rodriguez. Absolutely not.
No. Don't give up Jesus Rodriguez.
No, he is off limits, guys. Believe me, the Yankees are not that crazy. And even if they're if unless they're guaranteed, hey, this guy's gonna bring us the world championship. Remember, man, you got to deal with Jesus Rodriguez for many, many years, and Lombard and Jones. No, the Yankees have the nucleus of. Could you imagine these guys flourishing? How much the payroll will go down?
Yeah.
And look at it this way, guys. If these guys come aboard and these multi-billionaires are gone, millionaires, I mean, what would the Yankees look like? They'll rule the world. You add those 3 guys and subtract, let's say, 100 million this guy, 80 million this guy. What are the Yankees will be a powerhouse for years and years and years. We're not looking at that. There are people that are saying, who is it? One of the contractors here, one of the co-hosts has mentioned. I think it's Jonathan, who we're going to bring up in a minute. He said if the Yankees start bringing up the young guys, the payrolls are going to go down. They're not missing anything in superstar in all stars, and then the Yankees could really rule the world. Nippon, do you agree with that?
I agree, man. Like, our goal, the Yankees. I mean, the perfect scenario would be all these prospects working out and being the new next core for the Yankees, and then so we don't have to worry about adding to the payroll. Like you said, we're dropping payroll, and then we can build like the other teams are, like the Tampa Bay Rays or who else? Tampa Bay Rays, Pittsburgh Pirates, and all like those teams that has the prospects that's working out. So so the perfect scenario would be having all these prospects worked out, like Spencer Jones and George Lombard. So I'm rooting for them, and Yankee fans have to be patient with them. So hopefully that dream scenario comes true for us.
Right, and I also don't think it's going to be a scenario where the Yankees are going to have to give up a year to conquer, because obviously there's always money involved. Without further ado, I know Jonathan is waiting patiently. Let's bring him on. And Jonathan, good morning, sir. How you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
What's up, Jonathan?
Not too much. I still have to go eat breakfast before I leave, but so I have a few minutes. Maybe I can spare 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts on what we were just talking about? That the Yankees look like they're going to be in a great scenario to save a lot of money and bring up these stars.
Yes, I think that it's smart. The Yankees need to bring up young kids to replace aging players, and it has the positive effect of reducing salary. So you cannot trade. You have to trust your farm system and protect these guys and have them develop, because that's really the only way you can develop. You can lower farm payroll. Like we know Hal wants to lower payroll. You need to be patient with your farm system. You need to create a group of players that can come in, be controllable for 5-6 years before the salary that you have to offer them a contract. Or if you don't do that, then you're just going to have a $300 million payroll every year.
Well, another thing is, and I think you guys will agree, the Yankees are masters on promoting all of their stars in the minor leagues.
Yes,
so,
but I also
when they come up, it's like having a star again, and they're great at doing that. Because they look at the way they promoted Gary Sanchez, Aaron Judge, Tyler Austin, all of these guys. When they were prepped up here, they were like the next best thing, and so the Yankees can afford to do that now, really, because there's one after another. And then I gotta laugh that we're 23rd to the experts that talk about the minor league system. Are you kidding me? 23rd? The last I checked, they're out of their minds. How can they possibly? I mean, some people are already with the team. I understand that, but we have a great quality of 1 to 6 or 1 to 5 people that are on their way to Yankee Stadium.
Well, the majority of Yankee prospects are at least 2 years away.
True.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But we have some pitchers down there that definitely will make.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, obviously, so we have. I know Chase Hampton. He's obviously great, but good, another prospect. But unfortunately, he had that surgery, so we got to wait for another year or so for him. But yeah, he's another prospect to watch out for. And then then you have Cam Siller, Cam from Summers. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Yeah.
Beater.
Yep, Beater. And then there's a lot. Huh?
There are definitely some guys that
what's going on with Beater? Is he still? I
think
playing?
He's still in AAA, but I think is he injured or is he? I don't think.
I don't know. Every time I look for Beater, he seems like he's injured.
Yeah, I gotta check. Yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to Stephen B. And Merck says, sorry, I overslept, but I'm here now. Great, Merck. No worries. Get that coffee ready, and join the chat. You're good. You're absolutely fine. And in the chat right now, what I always like is everybody is talking to each other, not only talking to us, but to each other. So that's totally awesome. So
I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if Lombard comes up next year.
Yeah, but he has I see him going to AAA first, and then getting some
Yeah,
yeah,
but
and then
maybe Spencer. Maybe you may see Spencer Jones this year. Maybe.
hopefully he gets called. Yeah, he just came back.
I hope.
Yes, he looked pretty good yesterday in his first game back. So Spencer Jones, and then obviously Chaz looked great, but he's gonna. So he said that he's gonna play two to three more games at Somerset before going back to New York. Probably next week you'll see him in Boston. Maybe against
Jazz is
Boston.
coming next week.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, welcome.
So,
Man, you're still battling that cold? Holy cow! You sounded
oh,
okay last night on the round table, but I did tell you you got to get that, and it's not a commercial. The cold Tylenol sinus, but you got to get that. You got to take it in the morning, and or at night, and just
yeah,
relax and have some herbal tea.
So
And
yeah.
Peter,
Feel,
and
Peter
drink
was
feel better.
taken off the injured
yes.
list on May 16th. So he's
Yeah,
Green tea. Green tea will do it, Jason. You got to do that, and you'll get rid of it. We promise. So, but you sounded very good, very well last night. You didn't sound nasal or anything. But I hope you feel better, Jason. And I want you to come and join the stream. If not for a pregame tonight, maybe you come on tomorrow morning. That would be
yeah,
be.
yeah,
So shout out. Yeah.
yeah, feel better, Jason, and also, did anybody tune in into our Job in the Mouth show yesterday? Also in the chat.
I saw a little bit of it, but not too much.
Okay.
Okay.
So Beta had been off the IL for 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Okay. Oh.
It's a record for him, I think.
Yeah.
Sean Browning, welcome. Wow,
It's
everybody's
one.
a little beta. You guys you're gonna get it. You guys are gonna get me to the point that I may start the show a little bit later. You guys start coming on. I'm noticing a lot coming on at 8:30, 8:45. Are you trying to tell me something? You
Might
know
not
what?
be a bad idea.
Let's have a question in the chat, guys. Do you want the show possibly to start a half hour later? If that's the case, please let me know. I'm listening to everybody, so by all means, if you think that 8:30 is a viable time for you guys, because I am getting a lot of texts from you guys saying, "Oh, I just woke up. I overslept. I did this. I did that."
What about poll,
It's
Joe?
not etched in stone. It's not etched in stone that we have to stay at 8 a.m. But if you
Joe,
want possibly to go to 8:30, we'll think about it. Go ahead.
Joe, there's a poll you can create in the chat and see what the poll numbers say, and also have people email you. And so the combination of the poll and also everyone in the chat, if you can email Joe and let us all know what you think. I would say 8:30 or even 9 a.m. would be.
If you go on 9 a.m., I definitely cannot join you.
Oh, okay. So 8:30.
So probably 8:30 or 8 o'clock. I mean, yeah, 8:30 most likely would be.
Yeah, as I said, I have more time at this time, but I probably could join you for a few minutes, not for as much,
Okay.
not for half an hour.
No,
Yeah, so
I noticed the numbers keep going up past 8:30.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying we don't have listeners at 8 o'clock. Don't get me wrong, but I do believe that I keep seeing the number to my left here, and as 8:30 comes around. Now, Merck, thank you. He says, 9 o'clock would be super. 8:30 I'm getting. Here on my texts I'm getting from John and Bob, I'm getting 8:30, and 8:30. So you guys are possibly making this easier.
That way Jonathan can still be involved with it too. I just want to make sure we didn't changing the time isn't going to.
Well, as I said, I because on if it's 8:30, it would be easier for me on Tuesday and Thursday. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I work, so I will have less time if it starts at 8:30.
Okay.
Okay.
That
You know,
and look, this is your show. You get to decide what you want to do.
let me get Nippin's touch. How do you feel,
Yeah.
big guy? You're a creator.
I agree with.
And
I
wait a
agree
minute. Before you go on, this is live TV, everyone. Just so please understand that this is coming to you live. That's how much of a family I think of you people. Yeah, I love you guys, and I want to do the best. I don't want you rushing in the morning. I don't want you banging into walls or, leaving things. If you think it's easier, please tell me about it. Okay, Nippin, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with CT Cars. I think you should make a poll here, and you could make a poll here too, and also have people email you to get the results. Also, and then go with the poll and go to your email and see who agrees with 8:30, and go from there. I think CT Cars put it on the spot. The poll would help, and then also the email. So let's see if you do that, then I think we can decide from there. You can decide
Yeah,
from there.
I don't want to put people on the spot on the chat that everybody sees. I think it makes a lot more sense if we get emailed or text.
Yeah.
You can do that. I would appreciate that. But the more and more that I see, guys, is 8:30 seems to be the word now. PTP is saying 8 works great too, but if 8 o'clock works, does 8:30 work for you guys also? How does that work for you?
Which one?
Well, PTP, I'm going to put it up here. They're saying he's saying 8 works great too, but if 8
Yeah,
o'clock,
we start at Joe starts at 8 though. Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Yeah, we already start at 8 anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the majority, everybody is saying 8:30 here. Christopher Flash, 8:30 is fine with me.
I've noticed myself that if every morning we watch towards the end of the show, all of a sudden we get a ton of people in right when we're ending. So I think 8:30, maybe 8:30 to 9:30, 9:45, maybe even because we've been seemingly be getting bigger and bigger towards the end. But I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
I just got from the pharmacy. 8:30, Joe, would be great. We might be be able to get into the chat. Ken just came up. Let me bring him up. He says 8:30 is fantastic. Is very good. Well, you know what, guys?
8:30 it is.
I've made my decision.
I like 8:30.
I made my decision, and starting tomorrow morning, and I will put out I will put out whatever. We are going to start at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. 8:30 is going to be the new time for New York Yankee Mania. And this is
Hey Joe, I got to go, so I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have to.
Let's go Yankees.
Hold on, Nippin, go ahead.
I gotta go. See you guys. Let's go Yankees.
Take care.
Right, we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care. Thank you, Nippin. Okay.
Yeah, I have to go get breakfast and go soon as well. I just want to let you know that when it's 8:30, I will have less time because I usually leave on the days that I work, which is today. I usually leave around 9:15, so I can still come on, but it will be a shorter version.
All right. Well, you know, Jonathan, we have to go with the. We have to.
I know. I'm not arguing with the poll.
I'd love for you to be part of the show.
But you can still send me the link whenever you want to.
Of course.
Just know that I will have less time at 8:30.
No problem.
Jonathan, I asked Joe if he could text my number to you. Just send me a text message saying, hi, it's me, and that way in the future I can shoot you a message.
Okay, I told Joe to send me a message a few days ago, but send me your number, or you can actually put your number in the private chat right now.
Okay,
go to the private chat, put your number in it, and then I'll have your number.
All right, we'll get to that, in a little while. We want to move on with the show. It's not fair for the regular people that are on right now, so I have to, But Stephen,
continue with the show.
All right, Jonathan. All right, so then we'll see you later, Jonathan. Okay.
Yes, I'll just be in the sidelines, but continue with the show.
Okay. Stephen B says 8:30 makes easier. I'm in the office around 7:45 to 8:30 on my own. Okay, so 8:30. As I said, warm up your coffee a little bit later because tomorrow morning we're going to start at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going with the flow here, guys. Let's go with what the everyday Mets fan says. The game ends at 1 a.m., only 7.5 hours sleep until 8:30 show. Okay, so you like that better, I'm assuming. Ken is going, coffee, 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 especially with these late night games, I appreciate it. Listen, that's why we're a family here, guys. I want to listen to you guys. I want to be able to know what you're thinking, but every day. I mean, I just noticed that the viewership just spikes 8:30, 20 to 9, and then I feel terrible to go off because you guys have been nice enough to be on, and I feel terrible to let you go. But when you start at 8:00 and you're at 9:30, that's a lot of talk. There's a lot of things. And we will have days like that, especially leading up to the trade deadline. We will have longer shows for you guys. And that's another thing that I have planned. I want to have a round table with you, the fans. I want to hear your thoughts. We know what the creators are talking about, but you, the fans, are important as well. So we're going to have a nice round the table one of the days. Maybe we do one in the morning and one in the afternoon. There's nothing to stop us. And we will discuss Yankee trade rumors, Yankee everything. There, it all hang out as far as things that you hear. It could be outlandish. It doesn't matter. The one thing is, here we have to tell the truth. What we know, and it's factual, fine. But in these fantasy shows, you can talk up a trade or a trade that you think of. I don't mind, but it won't be here unless you have a question about it, and we will quickly shoot it down. Stephen B says 8:30 makes it easy. I already put that on. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get to everybody.
CT,
even a night show would get the numbers up, Joe. Even a night show. Okay, well, thank you. That's good to know. Thank you. I will keep that in mind. Jonathan,
I just sent CT a text. Just let me know if you got the text.
Give me a second.
You're talking to me now?
I just want to know if you got it. All right.
Okay, so you got it. Okay. So we're back.
Yeah.
That way you can communicate.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Jonathan. Have a great day and a good weekend. If there's any news, let us know. All right. So now we are you and me. Jonathan, you could get my number. Oh, okay. Stephen B. All right. Well, like I said, guys, we're right now we're concentrating on the ball game in hand and what's going on today. So we're going to have shorts during the day. If any late breaking Yankee news, number one. Number two, I will have the lineup out there before we go on the pregame tonight. And now tonight's game is what, 10 p.m. Is that what we're looking at tonight, guys?
It'll be a late game.
Let's see. Okay, so the Yankees go on live at 10:10. So that means we will come on at 9 o'clock tonight and do a nice pregame round talk about it. So 9 o'clock tonight, and then from there we go to Ken the Ugly Truths channel for the play-by-play. And Ken and I will do the play-by-play. You do not have to listen to Apple TV. You can watch it on Apple TV and watch us. And then the big news that we just broke this right now, tomorrow morning we're going to start our new time, 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 in the morning. Now, that does not mean you can't start the chat at 8 o'clock. And go at it, and I'll be answering your questions when we come on new time. So CT, we have our work cut out for us today to let everybody know the new time. Hey, one of the guys that listens that sends me texts just came in. Jeff, how you doing? Good morning. I like your hat there. Good morning, guys. Let's go Yankees. Let's beat those bad Dodgers. I'm sorry I joined late, guys. Work distracted me. Well, no problem. Don't let work distract you. That's the most important in your life, for your family. And what you've told me, you've got a wonderful, beautiful family. When you have when you have two girls and a boy and a lovely wife, man, I give you a lot of credit. That's awesome. And you're juggling, and I commend you. I tip my hat to you and your family. Thanks so much. And Jeff, to let you know, tomorrow morning we are going to start at 8:30. The chat keeps growing from 8:30 on, and they've been asking me like crazy to do it. So live and in person, we have just changed the time a half hour. So everyone, tomorrow, tell everybody who's ever not in the chat, please, I want them to know. I don't want you to think that we disappeared. So everybody that's usually here, like a Desiree and all of them, we've got to get it out to them to let them know that we're going to start at 8:30 from here on in. Getting back to the game, guys. Well, guys, it's CT and you, CT and me. What do you think about how do you feel Max Fried? Have we taken a look of what Max Fried has done against the Dodgers?
Not to where I wanted Ken up. Where's Ken right now? Where's our
Ken is bringing his grandson, finishing off the school. If he wants to join us, he's more than welcome. If you want to send him a note, he does have the link. If he wants to come on for a few minutes, more than without a doubt. Everyday Met, the Dodgers bullpen implodes. Yep, they sure do. They sure do, and they are at the taking, guys. We can take them. Not only the Mets, the Yankees can, hopefully can. The Yankees have to make a statement to the Dodgers. Look out in October, because we're gunning for you.
Max Fried in his 2025 season, Max Fried has an ERA of 1.29 over 70 innings. He has a 7-0 record, which we already knew. Max Fried, Dodgers.
Stephen B is saying Fried has very good numbers against the Dodgers.
Yeah, okay, 3.18 ERA, 3-4 record, and 10 appearances. There we go.
Well, that's again, what worries me with this Dodger team, and I think the Met fan will concur with me. Those right-handed Hernandezes, they are killers. They just get those clutch hits and clutch hits and clutch hits. I'm not even too concerned about the Freemans. I mean, I am concerned, but we're talking about Max Fried here. They will be contained, and you got to keep Ohtani in the ballpark. That's why it's so important for the Yankees to grab an early lead.
Yes.
Get the crowd a little bit out of the system, out of the way, and then go from there. Yep, Merck, that's who I'm talking about. The two of them, they are torture against the Yankees, and that's my only scare with having a left-handed pitcher. FJ says a crazy star. Grissom has 14 at-bats against Goslin, and he's hitting .429. Thank you for that, man. That is awesome. Did I know that? 14 at bats. He's batting .429. Wow.
I'll
Yes,
take that.
Oscar and Kiki kill us, and we need to change that somehow. So why isn't analytics helping? Why is not the brains helping? Where are the scouts, man?
The feel of the game.
It's the same way to the same guys, and they do the same thing. It's almost they're laughing at us. Well, they're going to throw the same thing. They think they can get away with it, and I'm going to get a hit. You know, Stephen B goes, I'm not worried. Good pitching beats good hitting. Yeah, but the problem is, and I understand that, but the same hitters kill the Yankees. It never changed. Oh, yes, there is another guy that's another pain in the butt. Tommy Edman. How the heck did the Cardinals let this guy go? Are they out of their mind? This guy can play all over the field. He's a wonderful, wonderful player. I hate to admit it, but you know you got to call a spade a spade. Yes, forgot about Tommy. That he's a little gnat that just keeps going and going. So CT Card goes, I need a referee shirt. I like that. Cardinals owner is cheap. Yeah, the brewery, I mean, you know, Anheuser-Busch, I mean, if they're cheap, then I don't know what this world is coming to. But, you know, bottom line is it's going to be a great game tonight. I like the fact that the Yankees will be, you know, the heavy hitters. I mean, obviously, I'll be shocked if they don't have Bellinger in the lineup tonight or Dominguez. Yeah. I am going to come on live and I'm going to go crazy. You know, they better stop with this. This is not the Colorado series. This is to make a statement. And if we don't have our best players in there tonight, I feel sorry for the internet tonight, because I'm going to blow a caster tonight. And I don't care game time or not. I don't care if I'm doing a play-by-play. I am going to get off that play-by-play and I am going to rant like you've never heard me before. So if the internet knows what's good for it, the Yankees better have these players in the lineup tonight. And I'm not joking. And I think CT is shaking over there, saying, oh my God, they better play Bellinger. They better play Dominguez. I want that best lineup in there. No freaking excuses. No excuses. If I hear, oh, this one's got to rest, bull crap. Bull crap. Put them in there. Put them in there. You have enough junk in the lineup that we can't stand to watch these guys. Oh, I got to have a day off. Day off. Day off. Making millions and trillions of dollars. Get their buns out there. I don't care if you're a DH. I don't care what you do. You belong in the damn lineup. We need each and every hitter in there.
My round card, round 9.
Yeah. Well, CT, do you agree with me, or you just an Italian dance here?
Well, I was holding up the lineup card for round 9. No, I agree with you. It's funny. That's what I love about listening to you and Ken go back and forth, is because I agree, you know, with both you guys, but you also have these like little idiocracies of difference in your opinion that maybe I won't agree with, but in the overall picture, I agree with both of you guys. So it's kind of hard to walk away from the situation and saying I agree with just you. I agree with both of you guys. You both made valid statements that kind of opened up my eyes, my thought process moving forward. I'm going to view things a little differently.
Well, I mean, listen, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that against Gosselin, you got to have your best, you know. I mean, I'm not saying he's Sandy Koufax. That's why I'm saying you need Bellinger. Not like they did last week. They put him on the bench. He's not playing. For what? They had the day off the day before. Stop making excuses and put the lineup in. If you don't want to put the lineup in, then don't manage.
Yeah.
Don't manage. We'll get somebody else.
That's what's been dangerous with us. When Trent's been on, you got Belly, Trent, Goldie, and Judge. That's
our best lineup. You think the Dodgers are going to rest anybody? I mean, I know they have a lot of injuries, but they're putting everybody in there. They're putting all the Yankee killers in there. Are you serious?
There's no lollygagging going around.
I mean, if we have to DH Judge, we do it. But you don't sit and just give and not have a guy like Bellinger in the lineup tonight. It would be a joke.
Yeah.
And I do like I said, I do promise you, I will explode this internet if I don't see that lineup. I don't care about if Volpe's batting fifth. Fine, I don't care, but it better be the lineup that we expect. I don't want, unless God forbid there's an injury, and you better prove it. There better be the right guys in that lineup. No excuses. I don't want to hear it. In the meantime, Ken from The Ugly Truth is here. I am not going to, I'm going to try not to get, if he's in the mood to fight with me, well, I don't know about that right now, but we'll bring him up as a nice little man. How you doing, Ken? Good morning.
Let me get my ref jacket and my whistle. Where's my whistle?
All right. How many monumental series can we have? We have the Mets. The Mets are a hallmark make a statement series. We have the Dodgers. The Dodgers are a hallmark make a statement series. We're going to have the Mets again. We're going to face the Red Sox. How many monumental goddamn series can we have?
So what?
We play the team that we have.
That's baseball.
So, God, you can't run at general quarters every freaking series. It just doesn't work. You burn the team out.
Burn the team out. You had the day off before. They sat Bellinger last week. Where did it get him? They lost to the worst team.
Why did they set Bellinger? Why did they set Bellinger?
You go ask Boone. Don't ask me.
His blood work came back dirty. You have to have the blood tests to play in Colorado. Athletes, it's a fact.
Okay, whatever you say. All right.
It's not a whatever you say. Look at it.
Whatever.
I don't think that the Yankees sit down and say, oh, this is a good day to put a lineup out to get our heads kicked in. Well, I think they go out with the earnest effort to try to win 162 games.
You got to scratch your head with some of the lineups that are put out there. You even said on your stream, the bottom of the lineup stinks.
Well, they do. And I don't care how you rearrange them. They're still going to stink. They need different players.
Every day.
Bring up Jesus Rodriguez. He could certainly freaking hit. Stick him in at third. Dump Pablo Reyes. That guy's drawing a paycheck for God knows what because he ain't playing on the field.
Well, you're not going to get an argument on that. That I'm on your side with. I mean, I got the limousine ready to take him to the airport. So, I mean,
yeah. Well, you could stick freaking Praz on that same damn limousine and drive them both out of town.
I like this everyday Mets listener. Dodgers talk too much crap after the World Series 2024. Thank you for that, because that's why I want the Yankees to beat the crap out of them and have the best lineup they can for 3 straight games.
But
I don't care about anything.
You know the straight fact of life? It wasn't the class act people that talk crap about the Yankees. You didn't hear Betts talking. You didn't hear Freeman. You saw a piece of dung like Chris Taylor talking smack. He barely even touched the field, so I don't know why the hell he would even have the right to talk. And we got to pay him a little bit payback in Anaheim as we pretty much skunked him every at bat and hurt his little feelings.
Well, like I said, again, the bottom line is the Yankees have to make a statement here. Yankees go down 3 games, and I don't know. We don't want to cross that bridge at all. We win 1 game, okay. You lose 2. We're not going to be too thrilled, but at least we have to. One of the games we have to make a statement. We can win in LA, and all of that. So it's gonna be a fun series, an absolute fun series.
If the Yankees were truly trying to make a statement, they would commit to Rodon pitching Game 3 already.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So you put our top two pitchers in that rotation against the Dodgers, they're sucking, guaranteed. But if we do that, do we sacrifice the series coming up against the Guardians back in the Bronx?
Okay. Well, Jason's Castillo has some news here. They were on Bet's podcast talking crap. And so I mean, if he heard it, then a lot of other people heard it. So kudos to Jason. We're all in agreement. Best lineup, kick some butt, and make a statement. That's what I got to say. Because the Yankees were embarrassed in that World Series.
Everyday Met. Betts and Freeman didn't avow Chris Taylor. Now tell me, does Aaron Judge disavow every idiotic statement that comes out of a Yankee player's mouth? Did the captain, when Derek Jeter was there, and they definitely had people talking smack back then.
Well,
now, you support your teammates regardless of how stupid they sound. That's what a captain does.
Yeah, but Judge is the type. If he doesn't like what he sees, he's definitely going to take the player aside. He's not going to do it on the air. He's not going to do it in front of people. But one thing that I've heard from very, very close sources, if he's got something on his mind, he's going to put his arms around you and walk with you and discuss it. That's the beauty of Aaron Judge.
And that's the long and short. That's leadership. You don't humiliate people in public. That's a military thing. It was taught to me from being a young pup all the way to an old salt.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100%. Merck says, Joe, timeout. CT's got the whistle. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, you guys. Unbelievable. So
you're officially changing your airtime to 8:30 now?
Yes.
7 days? Okay.
Yep. 8:30 a.m., everyone. Starting tomorrow. Give you guys an extra half hour to wake up and smell the coffee and get ready with your bagels and your pancakes and everything. You've been telling me a lot lately, and I have listened, and I have made my decision. We are going to start at 8:30. As the numbers grow from 8:30 to 9 o'clock, it only is fitting. I hate to sign off when all new people come in and I have to say goodbye. So it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it to do this and make everybody happy, because you all have a say in this show, and I appreciate that. And
well,
I'm sorry.
The other option could have been go on at 8 and just run it a half hour longer, make it an hour and a half show.
Yeah, but we usually do end at 9 o'clock. The thing is, we're ending at 9 o'clock with the numbers up.
No, I'm talking 9:30. Ended at 9:30.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 8:30 to 10 o'clock isn't too bad. 8:30, a quarter to 10. Something like that. Hey, listen, I've got to listen to what they're telling me, and
because you have a lot of listeners that aren't active in the chat, but they've got you on the box.
Right.
So that sets people up. I know that from some of the commentary that I've read, people are driving into work where they can't type text in, but they got you on the stream,
which is great. Which
even I'm
acknowledging. Hey, Dev Finch, welcome. How you doing? Hey, Dev, what do you like? Do you have a thought, a comment on starting at 8:30 from now on? I know you've been a listener and a viewer since day one. I'd love to hear your input. That would be great. Chris, the same thing with you. Let me know what you think. Everybody, please shine in. Let me know how you think about the new time starting at 8:30.
Hey, Joe.
To it. Yeah.
Are you doing a pregame today on your show?
Yep.
Or on your channel?
Yes.
What time is that?
Well, the game time is 10:10, so we'll go at 9:00.
9. Okay.
I'm going to put a short on, and the short will also say new time for Yankee Mania in the morning, 8:30. And of course, if there's any breaking Yankee news before that, we'll know about it.
Our air time for the play-by-play is going to be at 10 p.m. flat.
Okay. Yeah, no, we'll be off. There'll be enough time for them to go grab a sandwich, grab a coffee, grab a fruit, whatever they want, and get ready. Put on that Apple TV with the voice off and listen to you and listen to us. I think it'll be a lot of fun for them, and a break from listening to whatever they have to say. At least
Well, it's going to be the garbage can Apple TV broadcast.
Oh my God.
They freaking stink. I'm waiting for the first pitch that the ump cam gets knocked off the damn umpire's head, so I don't have to look at that crap all night.
Oh my God, they are just. I mean, I remember last year they had those 3 announcers that I never even heard of before. Yeah, really.
Yeah, I just called them Larry, Curly, and Mo.
It was easier to just mute the TV and watch the play-by-plays. That's
right.
where I watched it.
And that's what Merck is saying, Joe. You know that Apple TV you've got to pay and it's not free. Yeah, and if you're lucky and you have T-Mobile, T-Mobile gives it to you for free. That's how I get it. T-Mobile helps us out. So if you're on the bubble with your connection, your phone connection, I would look into, because they give a lot of great perks, guys. You get free Netflix, you get free baseball. They give you the baseball package, and now all of their lines, everyone, is with AT&T. So they have changed tremendously. So if you've had T-Mobile before and not happy, trust me when I tell you it's changed, and it's in a lot of areas that had problems and don't have the problems anymore. I definitely had problems with it, and I was in good areas in Brooklyn and in Staten Island, and now I can't complain at all. I love it, and it's cheap. It's cheap. $50, $55, and you got yourself the caboodle and all of those perks. And then you have T-Mobile Tuesdays that gives you free things endlessly. So again, and not a commercial for T-Mobile, but
I was about to say you should be getting some bucks from T-Mobile for this.
Where's small print?
But I'm doing it as a point. If you want Apple TV, that's what you might need to do. That was my point. Merck says I love T-Mobile. Well, there you go. Maybe I'll call them up and then tell them they owe me something. Just kidding. I just want to make sure each Yankee fan is comfortable and knows the best way to watch their New York Yankees. And the way we got to stick together.
It's in this community.
Look, Chris goes, Joe deserves promotion from T-Mobile. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. But hey, Ken, did you notice Dev Finch? I love AT&T. He goes, I love AT&T. Okay, but their lines are together, so that's good. Ken, we were talking in the beginning of the show. There's 3 MVPs on both teams.
Yeah,
it's the first time ever in one game. What are your thoughts on that?
I think there are 4.
Well,
Mookie Betts is an MVP.
Right.
Shohei Ohtani is a multi-MVP.
Right.
Paul G is an MVP, and the captain. That's 4 MVPs.
Well, according to Bust Only, there's 3 on each team.
Yeah, 3 on each.
Okay, 3 on each team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Freeman and Bellinger are the other 2.
Correct.
Okay.
And I think, and I, that's another cool scenario, scenario on it. So FG says Bellinger, yes, 100%. So I mean, there's a lot. The stars are out, no question about it tonight.
Well, it's certainly going to be an action-packed series. the problem is just like last year when the Dodgers came into to the Bronx, we were hurting. We had a lot of injuries. We weren't able to mount. I mean, our starting rotation was garbage,
Yep.
and they made us pay for it. I mean, the games were close, and our guys did what they could do. But we're going into LA, and you look at 2 out of their 3 starters, straight garbage.
Wow, that's a statement. Okay.
I mean, look at Gonsolin, Tony Gonsolin. Tony Gonsolin was down in AAA. He has been injured a lot, and he wasn't even on their rotation. He was considered a cut candidate, a DFA candidate for them. When they started losing all their starters, then they brought him up. He's got like 5 starts on the season. That's it. Landon Knack, the game 2 starter, he wasn't even considered a factor whatsoever. They brought him up as an emergency bring up after Roki Sasaki went down.
Okay.
So they're pitching with less than 60% of their actual starters.
I would have liked them to bring in what's his name, the lefty, the guy that I think is washed up now. I mean, it's time for him to get out.
Clayton Kershaw.
Yes, yeah. Clayton Kershaw. I think
Kershaw actually had a good outing against the Guardians last week.
Well, 1 out of 10. I mean, you really better have it.
It was his first one. First game he came out on the major league roster. I mean, Kershaw is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. There's no doubt in my mind. His body of work is fantastic. His postseason record is worse than Judge's, though. I'll tell you that.
Does it go that bad? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we'll put it this way. He's been blown out of more first innings in the postseason than any pitcher in Major League history.
Wow.
His ERA until, I think, 2 years ago was over 7 in the postseason.
Sean Browning goes, I would rather listen to Bob Costas than Christopher Russo. Okay. I like those odds. That's pretty decent. No disrespect to Costas and Russo. Costas is a much better, doing documentaries and all. He's okay. He's been actually a Yankee godsend because every time he does World Series games, Yankees usually win that game. If you remember, like in the 1999, he was on the NBC telecast. The Yankees always won those games. So,
Costas is a good basketball play-by-play guy.
Mm-hmm.
I always preferred him much more in basketball than I did in baseball.
And Chris Russo is, he's just good for the ranting. He's good for.
He's just a nut.
He's a nut. he's a little out there. I know Mike Francesa is pretty happy with what he does with his podcast. He usually comes on after a big game all the time. So Jason says, how about those Knicks? Well, like I said, Jason, on the show yesterday, there was no way the Knicks were going to lose that game. And if you go back on that, I don't care. Call it coincidence. It's all about the money. They were in Madison Square Garden. They were going to lose a ton of money. I'm not saying Indiana didn't try, but come on. They're going to win in front of their fans. It's another big payday for the clubs. It wasn't going to end last night. I don't care what you say. I'm not saying, there's a fix-in. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is a big, big win for the NBA and for the two teams. Now, I believe the party's over. I think they're going to Indiana and they're going to lose. I'm sorry, Knicks fans, but I think the end is near. And another quick thing about that. Nobody is going to win when they go into the finals. They are not beating that monstrous team that's waiting for anyone. So it's great if the Knicks, for Knicks fans, they come back and celebrate, but it's going to end there. I'm sorry to tell you, they stand no chance. Whoever comes out of the East will not be a champion this year. And that's basically a fact. But we will see. But I don't see a Game 7 going to Madison
But
Square Garden. I'm sorry about that.
this is a Yankee channel.
Right.
Heck with them Knicks.
Well, it's a Yankee channel, but in the morning we do bring up other things like that, like the WWE. There's nothing wrong with it. If you have a question, by all means, I will answer it the best of my ability. And I don't mind talking about the Knicks series. We do have a lot of New York fans in the chat and in the text and
Next thing you'll be talking about the Giants and the Jets.
No,
Losers.
that far I don't go because I stand nothing. Listen, I'm not a big aficionado on football. Everybody knows I'm a Cowboy fan. That's it. You know, they
Thursday
win,
night
win,
Giant
lose, they
special
lose.
on New
What
York
was that?
Media.
Yes, Dev. Good point. Thanks for saying that. Yes, it was announced that SmackDown will not go back to 2 hours. They will stay 3 hours. I don't know what the thinking was, but I know that they were adamant about going back to 2 hours, and that has changed. So the ratings must have went up. They probably have some good ideas for new storylines. So time will tell. Thanks, Steph, for that, and keep watch on Total Turnbuckle Talk because a lot of information is going to be coming out of there very soon. And thank you. Let's see, Joe. Wait, you're what fan? Yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan, guys. But let me tell you, it's the least out of all my sports. And I have a story. The story of the Cowboys. Why I like them in growing up is, you have your family dinners at Thanksgiving. So my uncle, who was was actually in World War II, he was I think based something in Dallas, and he just became he loved the Cowboys, and that's all we knew at turkey time. It was the Detroit Lions in the daytime and the Dallas Cowboys at night. And one thing led to another, and I became a Cowboy fan. I have my reasonings why I don't like the Giants, and it's kind of personal. Has to do with some business stuff, and I'm not going to get into it. But I have no use for the Giants at all. The Jets, I root for the Jets if the Cowboys are out of it. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And we are entitled to have our own team and what we like and what we don't like. It doesn't make me a bad person because I like the Cowboys. There's a reason why I don't like the Giants, and I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like that. Very, very bad taste in my mouth. But to go on, it's the least sport that I worry about. And when there's like less news and everything, you can rest assured we're going to be talking about WWE. We're going to be talking about the New York Rangers. We'll talk about the Knicks. We'll talk a lot of stuff. But if you're looking for a lot of football content, you're not going to – I'll be honest with you, everyone, you're not going to find too much here. I mean, of course, obviously, if the Cowboys are in a championship game or something, we will talk about it a little bit. But I'm not going to go that far. So – you got to look for other content if you're a big Giant and Jet fan. That's all I'm going to say on that.
One thing I wanted to get back to now.
That's almost like a Forrest Gump statement.
Yeah.
What?
Bubba died by the river. That's all I got to say about that.
You're never gonna know what you're gonna get. Yeah, well, whatever. Go ahead,
starting pitching tonight for the Dodgers, Gonsolin. His ERA is 4.68 on the season, but over the past 7 games, his rocketed 7.20. What are your thoughts on that? What are the struggles you're seeing out of him?
Ken, go ahead.
He's pitched at AAA. His last 7 starts are the only 7 that he's got up this season. Mm-hmm. And he was an iffy pitcher at best because of the He had TJ surgery. He didn't recover well from it. He had to have a secondary procedure done, not the complete TJ. He hasn't been right since he came back from the TJ surgery. That's why he was initially a candidate to be DFA'd.
Yeah.
Morning, Max. How you doing? Welcome to the stream, brother.
Hey, Max. Good morning.
I was just curious. I always love asking you questions like that. Because you know the deep, you know more about it than I do.
Max has a funny statement here. I'm hiding at work, listening in. Don't tell on me. No, I won't, Max. Are you kidding me? Max, if you just joined us, starting tomorrow morning, we're going to start at 8:30 a.m. It might be easier. I'm not sure, but a lot of people in the chat really would really benefit from starting at 8:30. I've listened and I've watched. I saw the numbers go up as we go to the 9 o'clock hour. So I'm going to do it, and we've made the change. So starting tomorrow morning, 8:30. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't start on the stream. I'll always put the stream out maybe like an hour and a half or 2 hours before. If you want to start getting your questions ready and all that, you will be acknowledged, even if you can't stay on the stream, guys. I will definitely acknowledge your question, and then you can always come back on it, in the tape variety and see what we're talking about.
Max is a play-by-play god. Even when the Yankees didn't have a game last night, he was calling the Knicks Pacers game.
Wow, Max, that's great. Hey, Max, you got to come on with us one day. If you can, send me something in joeyankees28@gmail.com. And let me know an easy way that I could send you a link and speak with you a little bit. I'd love to have you on if you be gracious enough to give us a little bit of your time. I know you've been on our stream a lot and on Ken's stream, so it would be nice to have you on if you would give us a chance. So thank you for that, and I appreciate it.
Actually, Max is the one that helped me establish my channel.
I don't know if we should thank him or punch him in the nose. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys.
Hey.
No, that's great, Max. Thank you. Max is in the house, no question about it. Thanks again, Max, for being there. And anything that is going on with you, you could let us know, and I'd be more than happy to promote it for you. Especially you help Ken, so we want to help you out a little bit too.
Well,
so let us know.
Just a big shout out to Max Coverage TV. They just went over 10,000 subscribers here recently. So,
God bless.
Fantastic job.
How long have you guys been doing it? These are the questions I'd love to talk about. That would be wow, that's crazy. That's awesome. My hat goes off to you, Max. We're very, very happy. Let's see what he says. For sure, Joe, work is kicking my butt right now on the top of the stream as well. So when I get the time, I'll definitely hop on. All right, Max. But send me a email or a text if you want. You can get it from CT. Give you the number or whatever. I'd be more than happy to speak with you. And not that you really need the promotion; they're all there for you. But it would be nice to have you on. It's been for you to come on our streams. It means a lot to me. It really does. So I thank you for that.
If you follow the note, Max's first stream was June 1st, 2022. So wow. 3 years ago.
Congratulations, Max.
He's coming up on the anniversary this Sunday.
Awesome. Good luck. Happy anniversary, Max. And he's saying just keep grinding. What happened?
Isn't that crazy how things can luck out like that in a good way?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Max is saying just keep grinding, guys. That's all you got to do. Keep on going. Thank you, Max, for that. I really appreciate that. So basically in the chat, how about somebody give us a little prediction for tonight? I know we're going to do a pregame, but just an early prediction, and then you could change your mind if you like. But who do you think? What do you think of Max Fried tonight? And who's going to be the hitting star of the game?
Custodio's got jokes in there.
I see that. That's longer than my first marriage. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, first marriage, how many do you have? 3? Or is it 2? Or is it 10? Or what?
I completely agree, Max. Fantastic.
Nothing
Celebrate
better. The Yankees, Dodgers, baby. You got it. And you know what would even be better? A Yankee win. A Yankee win would be fantastic. Fantastic. So that would be good. But again, kudos to you, Max. 3 wonderful years. We want to put a 0 in front of that. Let's go 30 years, baby, and move forward with all.
You know what? The hell with that. Max wants to be in the booth.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. How about you be the new Yankee lead announcer when Mr. Big Head calls it quits? That would be good. No disrespect to you, Michael K. We love you. Jason goes, the keeper. We just made 14 years of marriage. Well, good. Kudos to you. Our hat comes off to you. Max goes, that would be a dream, man. Yeah, why not? You make your dreams come true. You follow through and you do what you need to do. And the break is right around the corner. If it's meant to be, Max, it will be. Trust me. Believe in it and believe in everything you do. And good things will keep happening. Dev goes, let's see. My dad said, good breakfast. Have Hershey and Pepsi. Oh, my God. Not for me. Not for me. No, not at all.
No.
That's a little far-fetched, but
started to extend it horribly.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think for tonight? What are you looking for? And what early in the game? What are the signs that's going to tell you? Obviously, Fried is on. Or, what would you like? I know what I like to see. I want early runs. I want the Yankees to get off quickly and make the statement right there so Fried can go out there free and easy and just mow them down 1, 2, 3. What are your feelings on that, guys? Can you start it up?
Well, for me, Yankee patience at the plate is going to be key because Gonsolin, the way he starts, he's all over the place. So if we're swinging at the garbage like we did game 1 against the Angels, it's going to be a long night. If we show patient at-bats, Fried will be Fried. He's going to get into a rhythm. First indicator for me is if he's locating his fastball in the upper quadrants, because that makes all his breaking stuff look that much better.
Okay. CT,
no one pitch outs.
Yeah, we always proclaim that, but the Yankees don't always go that route. CT, you got something to say about the game?
I think I have a very good feeling about his outing tonight, and I think his outing's gonna. Anyone who's been doubting this game, I think this is a prove-it game for Max, and I think he's going to give us 6 2/3, if not 7. Just keep it under 2 runs. Then let's hope we utilize the bullpen in the right way.
What I'm curious about is are the Dodgers going to take the Angels' approach to pitching around Judge?
Yeah, that's a good question.
They might.
That's a very good question.
They might. I don't see. There's a possibility. He may say, "All right, Bellinger, beat us. We had you, and we got rid of you for a reason. So show us why. Show us a reason for me not to, why I got to pitch to Aaron Judge and not you." So it's a very, very good possibility, Ken. They might do that. Although Dave Roberts, I think he's a real competitor. I'm not saying Ron Washington wasn't, but he may just say, listen, I'm going to get this guy out one way or the other, and I'm going to pitch to him. I'm not going to be afraid. Again, it depends on the, maybe the first inning, no problem. The third inning, no problem. We get into the eighth inning and it's a 1-run game and there's an open base and Bellinger, let's say, is 0 for 3. They might, anybody in their right mind might consider, let me just put this guy on. So we'll see. It's a train of thought that makes a lot of sense, Ken. No question about it. So let's go over basically, guys. We've been in the stream now about almost an hour and 40 minutes, but let's talk about the rest of the day. So from here, we go to shorts possibly during the day if there's any Yankee news or any big news in baseball around. 9 o'clock, we come back to NY Yankee Mania, and we're going to do a pregame show and discuss what's going on. We'll do the scoreboard, up to the minute stuff, anything that's gone on throughout the day. And then at 10 o'clock, we will go to the Ugly Truths channel, Ken's channel, and we will do Ken will be doing the play-by-play. I'm going to join him. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, of course, the lamp will be on. The neon sign will be on. That you don't have to worry about, Bill. I promise you there'll be. I did it the other night when we thought we possibly could lose to Kikuchi, and look what happened. So we'll keep doing it. We'll keep doing it. And hopefully, as Sean Browning says, it's clobbering time. Okay. Let's do it. Well, without a doubt. So, and remember the like button, subscribe. When you go to Ken's channel tonight, everyone, if you haven't subscribed, just do it right away. It's for free, no questions asked. Do it as you keep doing it. The content gets better and better and better. So that's real important for all of our channels. It doesn't matter if you have 10,000 subscribers.
And if you're using something like if you're using Twitter or X, go to the go to the YouTube page and click the like and sub on there directly, and it'll show support.
Appreciate it. Yes. So if you're watching it on X or replay of it, and anything, come back to the YouTube channel. And all you got to do is press subscribe. That's all you have to do. That's all we're asking for. And it doesn't matter if you have 20,000 subscribers or 50 or 10 subscribers. If you like the content, let it continue. We want to continue. We want to be there for you. Remember, the more that happens, the more we can bring you. So just always keep that in mind. Every time you subscribe, we get closer to doing something else special for you. So I just appreciate that. So final thoughts, guys. Ken, your final thoughts before we end the stream.
Well, it's lining up to be an exciting weekend of Yankee baseball. We're coming to the end of the month. I'd like to actually hear Joe's stats because he predicted +6.
Yes.
For the month of May.
Yes,
I think you're actually well over it, but interesting takes. Like I said, we're coming to the end of the month. Sunday is June, and the Yankees have played fantastic. I'm hoping to see continued play. And even for the people who are Boone haters, I don't think you can really complain about his performance to this point. He's done a pretty bang up job. The interesting things will be to see what happens coming up near the trade deadline. And I look forward to calling the play-by-play with you, Joe, tonight, and hope everyone joins in the stream.
Oh, definitely.
I think that people tend to have fun when we do it. And I'll end on my normal traditional, let's go Yankees.
Thank you, Ken. CT, I know you got your work cut out for you because you're our mainstream guy, so you're going to let everybody know about not only the play-by-play tonight, but the moving of the time to 8:30, and also they can go into the stream and ask questions or whatever. The stream will always be on by 8 o'clock. No questions asked. So whatever you can do to get the word out for Ken and myself, we
Yeah.
really appreciate it. And
Awesome.
kudos to you for what you do for us.
Not a problem. And thanks you guys for working together and stuff. I think this is awesome. I really like how you guys have the open panels. I think it's really cool how we've been able to talk to different people. Nathan on here, we had Jason on here, all the different people we get up here and their perspective. I think this is my favorite part about the community we have. So I'm glad you guys keep doing shows like this. This is great. So thank you.
Yeah. Oh, no, I appreciate that. So will you be I'm going to send you the link for the pregame.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll be available.
Put me on there.
And do anything. If there's any breaking news, I'm sure we'll know about it. Anything going on in the Yankee roster. Although, like I said, even if Chaz was available, I don't see them. I mean, unless it was a desperate state, I don't see him going cross country to go meet the team to play one game, 1 or 2 games, and then the Yankees come home for a homestand. So I think he's just going to keep hitting over at Somerset, maybe even go to one AAA game, depending how the weather is here in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. So that should be, interesting. And
I think that Jazz will play wherever the weather is good.
Yes,
because they want to keep him getting steady reps. So if it's at Scranton, he'll be in Scranton. If they're having rain at Somerset,
and I think they're going to do the same with Giancarlo Stanton.
Exactly.
Where it goes, it goes. And again, guys, as I see the numbers, the later we get, the more viewers we're getting. So thank you. Tomorrow morning is the 8:30 start. And looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. And we're looking forward to seeing you on the stream tonight. You do not have to listen to Apple TV. There are creators that are on here, and hopefully we're one of your choices. So thank you again. And I just want to say I think we had a very, very nice stream. We had some fun. We had some Met fans. We had all kinds of fans. The Knicks. We did a lot here this morning, guys. So thank you again. Enjoy your day, everyone. We will see you tonight at 9 p.m. right back here at NY Yankee Mania, and then the play-by-play with Ken's channel on The Ugly Truth. Remember to subscribe and to press the like button. And so with that in mind, I want to just say, everybody, like my 2 famous sayings, I love everybody in the chat, and you're all very special. So God bless each and every one of you. All the creators, all you guys, God bless you and your families and everyone there. But most importantly, God bless America. Good day, everyone. Enjoy, and thank you so much. We love you here at NY Yankee Mania. Good day, everyone.